Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV News Express live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Thus, that their investments are safe in Nigeria. Speaking at the Saudi Africa Summit in Riyadh, the President said Nigeria is ready for business while assuring investors of some of the world's highest returns on investments. President Tinubu said Nigeria is desirous of enhancing collaboration with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on combating terrorist organizations such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other violent extremist groups which have been terrorizing the Lake Chad and Sahel regions. Saudi Arabia have always enjoyed a special relationship at both the bilateral and multilateral levels. Within the past 6 decades, the Hajj-centric has witnessed diversification to over a number of areas of common interest. He says it is delightful to note that the presence in the kingdom of a large number of compatriots and professionals, including highly skilled medical practitioners and professional footballers, all from Nigeria. Chairman of the Fiscal Responsibility has commended President Bola Tinubu's dedication to enhancing the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. The statement released by Bede Ogweri-Ayawu, Head of Strategic Communications Directorate, highlighted the collaborative efforts towards fortifying Nigeria's fiscal landscape under President of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007, aiming to establish a transparent and accountable financial framework electoral materials. It was gathered that the Idu was gunned down around 10 a.m. while the voting was about to commence at the said polling units in the area. An eyewitness said the deceased approached the polling units and forcefully took beavers and smashed it on the ground in his bid to destroy them and stop voting at the polling units. The late Umaru, who was said to have indicated his interest in vying for the chairman of Ayingba Garage Loads Carrier Association recently, is married with 2 children. The federal government says it will start charging owners of completed unoccupied houses triple ground rents instead of the single rate normally charged from 3 months after completion. Minister of Housing and Urban Development Ahmed Dangiwa said this in an interview with newsmen during his continuation to site visits of housing projects constructed by the government and its agencies on Friday in Abuja. Dangiwa affirmed that the issue of completed unoccupied property was prevalent in the FCT and some states of the Federation, while many citizens were in dire need of accommodation. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on Saturday said its top officials had launched an investigation into the allegations that result sheets were forged in some polling units in Kogi State. INEC disclosed this on its X handle minutes after pictures of the forged sheets emerged. Let's turn to other stories now. The Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), Ahmed Abubakar Audi, has condoled with the families of 4 of its operatives killed in active duty. This is as he charged officers and men of the River State Command to be courageous in the fight against vandalism of oil pipelines and illegal dealings in petroleum products in the state. Audi made this call while on a working visit to the command to condole with the command and families of the 4 officers who lost their lives while on official duty at Alakiri in Degema local government area of River State. He further charged all personnel to continue to put in their best with utmost loyalty, dedication, and discipline, even as they serve the nation. The Appeal Court's Lagos Division has dismissed the petitions filed by Action Alliance and Accord Party against the election of Governor Umar Eno of Akwa Ibom State. The 3-member panel, led by Justice Tani Hassan, on Friday dismissed the petitions after the Appellate Court had observed that the findings of the Election Petition Tribunal was unassailable. The Action Alliance and its governorship candidate Akban Udot had contended that the party's name was not captured on the ballot paper. They therefore urged the court to nullify the election. However, Eno and his party, the People's Democratic Party, prayed the court to discountenance the submission of AA. The Lagos State government has concluded Bridge Apapa area of the state for repair work from Friday, 10th November to Thursday, 21st December 2023. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiemi announced the plant closure for rehabilitation works. He noted that in the continuation of the repair works by the Federal Ministry of Works on the Marine Bridge, traffic will be diverted on the bridge from Friday, 10th November, till Thursday, 21st December 2023, urging motorists to make use of Marine Bridge access road to Area B and make a U-turn at Point Junction Road towards Marine Bridge to continue their journeys. He, however, urged the Nigeria Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, as well as their affiliates from embarking on any strike or industrial action. The union said after an extraordinary National Executive Council meeting on Tuesday in Abuja declared a total nationwide strike from November 14, 2023. The unions took the decision following the alleged assaults on the NLC National President Joe Ajaero last week in Imo State. However, the federal government of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Minister of Justice filed an ex parte application praying the court to stop the unions from embarking on the planned strike. In the application, the federal government and the AGF told the court that the strike would inflict untold hardship on law-abiding citizens and their businesses. Counsel for the federal government and the AGF, Tijani Ghazali SAN, during the proceedings on Friday, argued that many Nigerians suffered when the labor unions, during their demonstration on Thursday, blocked the entrances to the main airports in the country. He pleaded with the court that unless the planned strike action is stopped, there may be a likelihood of a breach of peace and tranquility in the country. In his ruling, the president of the court, Justice Benedict Kaip, cited sections 17 and 19 of the National Industrial Court Act and ordered the unions to stop their nationwide strike. See you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, well, Star Times Channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using a Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When news cycle returns, IMF warns China's slowing economy could have adverse impact on Nigeria. The news continues shortly with details of these and other stories right after this break. Do stay with us, everyone. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the news cycle from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. On the foreign scene, citizens of climate-threatened Tuvalu will have the right to live in Australia under a landmark pact unveiled on Friday. It is an offer of refuge as their Pacific homeland is lost beneath the seas. Prime Ministers Kosi Natano and Anthony Albanese inked a treaty to help Tuvalu's 11,000 residents tackle climate change and take up sanctuary should the worst fears materialize. Tuvalu is among the world's most vulnerable nations due to rising sea levels. 2 of Tuvalu's 9 coral islands have already largely disappeared under the waves, and climate scientists fear the entire archipelago will be uninhabitable within the next 80 years. Toxic smog in eastern Pakistan has made thousands of people sick, forcing authorities to shut some cities for the rest of the week. Smog in the country's second largest city, Lahore, has risen to dangerous levels. The Punjab provincial government has ordered that schools, offices and malls, as well as parks in 3 cities, including Lahore, be closed until Sunday. Over the past few days, Lahore's air quality index, which measures the level of fine particulate matter in the air, has hovered around the 400 mark. AQI levels at or below 100 are generally thought of as satisfactory. Lahore borders the Indian city of Amritsar. North India is also suffering from the impact of toxic smog. Air pollution in the Indian capital, Delhi, has risen to alarming levels. On Tuesday, the air quality index for the Indian capital hit 300 on November 7, nearly reaching the hazardous levels of 301 to 500. Let's talk some business now. African Development Bank, AFDB, says it has contributed $1.5 billion towards advancing the export of value-added agricultural products through the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones SABZ initiative. President of the bank, Akinwumi Adesina, said this at the 2023 Africa Investment Forum Marketplace in Marrakesh, Morocco, themed Unlocking Africa's Value Chains. The SAPZ program, which was also launched in Nigeria, solely aims to boost household incomes, facilitate job creation in rural agricultural communities, especially for youth and women, and strengthen food and nutritional security. Additionally, emphasized the pivotal role of exporting value-added agricultural products in Africa's wealth creation during the inauguration of the Alliance for the Initiatives. Beyond the African continent now, China's declining growth is said to affect Nigeria's economic fortune, the International Monetary Fund has disclosed. IMF noted that because China has forged deep economic ties with countries in sub-Saharan Africa over the past 20 years, its recent declining growth may affect growth in Nigeria by 0.5 percentage points on average. China is the region's largest single country trading partner as it buys on 1/5 of the region's exports, metals, minerals, and fuel, and provides most of the manufactured goods and machinery imported into the region. It, however, noted that China's recovery from the pandemic is now set to ripple across Africa. The Washington-based lender revealed this in a post titled "China's Slowing Economy Will Hit Sub-Saharan Africa's Growth." It further stated that the ripple effects of China's slowing economy extend to sovereign lending to sub-Saharan Africa, which fell below $1 billion last year, the lowest level in nearly 2 decades. It highlighted that the cutback marks a shift away from big-ticket infrastructure financing. As we turn to sport for you now, Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen hopes to be fully fit for Napoli's UEFA Champions League match day 5 clashes against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu on November 29. Osimhen was not called up by Nigeria for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. He has missed Napoli's last 5 consecutive games, leaving Rudi Garcia without his star striker, who has scored 6 times in the 10 games he has played in so far this season before his injury. The 24-year-old Nigerian forward returned to Naples on Tuesday from Nigeria and has been carrying out individual training exercises at Castel Volturno as he works on his recovery, keen to get back on the pitch as soon as possible. The former Lille striker was in the stands at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona to watch Napoli's Champions League clash with Union Berlin, which ended 1-1. A second-half strike from David Fofana cancelled out Matteo Politano's 39th-minute opener. The assault leaves Napoli 5 points adrift, leaders Real Madrid. As Israel's footballers prepare to play Kosovo in a Euro 2024 qualifier on Sunday, which is their first international fixture since the war broke out in the country in October, Pristina police are on alert after a series of social media posts calling for the game to be cancelled. However, after dozens of messages criticizing Israel's military campaign in Gaza began to circle social media under the hashtag "Baby Killers Are Not Welcome Here," Kosovo police told local media that they have been increasing security measures so that the game goes as smoothly as other sports events. Kosovo authorities have already announced that each of the 14,000 tickets released for Sunday's game will be personalized, and only fans who present both tickets and their ID cards will be allowed into the Fadil Vokri Stadium. The Football Federation of Kosovo admitted that they considered holding the game in an empty stadium due to security reasons. And back home, Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro has invited goalkeeper Maduka Okoye, defenders Kenneth Omeruo and Olaoluwa Aino, midfielders Alex Iwobi and Frank Oyeka, and forwards Moses Simon, Kelechi Iheanacho, Taiwo Awoniyi, and Leverkusen starman Victor Boniface among a list of 23 players for this month's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying matches against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. The list unveiled Thursday night also has goalkeepers Francis Zoho and Olorunleke Ojo, defenders Oluwa Shemilogo Ajayi and Bright Osai Samuel, midfielder Raphael Onyedika, and forwards Ademola Lukman and Terra Murphy. Defender Jamilu Collins makes a return after a long layoff due to injury, and there is a first ever call for Bayer Leverkusen of Germany forward Nathan Teller. Spain-based striker Sadiq Umar also makes a return after a long absence. And that's it on Global TV News Cycle. We are on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using a Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Uyag Mofwegwe. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you soon on News Prime.